Oh, great. I wasn't even muted. That's awesome. All right. So we switch from the main channel to the personal channel. And as promised, hello again, everybody. Welcome to the only series on the internet that shits all over a team that just won the championship. That's not entirely true. Uh, this is my advice column. What you are doing wrong. And we are just going to do some uh, general analysis of the IGL Tier 5 Division 5 finals in the West region, 3v3. That was best team versus MGL. Yeah, we're just going to look at it, see what everybody did wrong. Um, since it's the finals, maybe we'll hope to highlight everything. um, TBT folks, if you want to provide feedback slash argument, just say so. Come to our BBC Discord, and I'll drag you into my channel. And we'll see. We'll see about. But let's just get into it. So I know that because we see the replays here, that spoils everything, and we could see the time bar. So probably generally speaking, we had some close games, 3 of the 5 games. So, and I have a feeling that the lopsided games might be the more nitpicky ones, but we'll see. So here we go. What happened? So it's just a. Okay. Oh goody, we're already into it. Okay. It's not like the worst touch from Morty. Morty kind of needs it. I think this is just a rank thing. Morty just kind of needs to get up as soon as he recognized that it bounced up, so it's just a reaction time. Um, so was Cupcakes. Okay, that's good. Okay, so Cupcakes was just a little late there. Cupcakes was just late, right? I just want to make sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. And Cupcakes maybe should have stayed. Yeah, like okay, so I mean the two choices are stay or charge that ball. So Cupcakes has just probably tried to boost into it, and it's like again, I think it's more of a rank thing than anything else. So just it's like the non-committal thing. Yeah, and Tiesto has no chance at that. Okay. Nice placement from Serenity too on that one. Did we go back? I thought we did. That's what I want. Okay. I thought I'd rewound. Okay. This probably should use ball game, that's all. But Serenity did line it up, so that's fine. I don't know why I keep hitting the bar. I don't when I rebroadcast, but for these I inexplicably hit the bar. Okay, that's your okay. So, all right. So, whose fault is this? Okay, so that's Morty with "I got it," and it's like, oh no, I don't have it. So, could Serenity have hidden that any better? I don't know. Not really. I mean, they sort of did everything right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to fault Tiesto's challenge for that. It's close. I mean, I guess just... So yeah, comes down, comes down, comes down, comes down. I'm just wondering if Tiesto just should have left the ground, which I know is a big no-no. But in this case, I'm wondering if it's actually correct. It feels like it's correct because he's not going to get there. So, like, the touch is going to happen. So, you obviously need to be up. And then it's just like questioning what you should do in the air. Yeah. I feel like that's the correct decision to make at that, but so I guess also for the for MGL, I think aspect is too deep here. Okay, yeah, aspect just needs to stop here. Because like this ball's just okay. So like this ball's just not like. So the worst case scenario is you're out too far and the ball just like goes across the front of the net. So I can like understand being up that far. But like you're out in front of everyone. So like the worst thing that you could do is you just race in and then push it back across the front of the net, and then Papa Tiki is there. Um, but yeah, you're just like not. The problem is here is that aspect is just like not anywhere. And like for Serenity, yeah, we can go on Serenity for this. So like, so for Serenity, so this is some like next level BS, which probably isn't going to happen, but it's just to keep in the back of the back of your mind for this. So Serenity kind of needs to be on the right side of the ball for this, just in case it comes straight out. Um, Really, ideally, you want to kind of be like in the middle so you can see where this is going to hit, because then you can make that last second adjustment. So like he peels off, and again, I'm not immune to this either. Like I do this all the time, but it's just like trying to figure out what to do. So like comes off the post and just like doesn't attack it, line up properly. It's just like probably at that point you want to just like try and back into it, backflip into it, that sort of thing. And we've covered aspect, and I'm seeing what Papatiki could have done here better. Not much. Like, Papatiki was in the right place. Just kind of got a little bodied off the ball at the last moment, so that threw everything off. Um, so, yeah, that should have been a goal. I don't know so if Serenity's initial touch should have been a goal, but I felt that should have been a goal for MGL. Serenity beats Tiesto there. Okay. There's probably not much Cupcakes can do here. So let's just see. Okay. Okay. So that's, yeah. So in case you're wondering why it's like, why the light bulb's on. Like, Tiesto's just trying to read this. This is my thought. Reads it, and kind of stops. So it backs up, and it's just, kind of lying up. Not not necessarily like awful thought process. I understand the reasoning. Um, the Yeah, that's the problem right there. Um, what is the problem? Problem is he's just basically jumping from a dead stop. Um, so he just has no forward momentum, and this is probably rank experience, um, and the brain and the body like not doing things in the correct way. Um, so he just has no momentum. Um, Probably actually could have been there if had guessed everything correctly. Even from that position, just end up going under the ball. And like what can Cupcakes do here? Yeah, I mean, drive all the way to the net. Just give you as much time. That looks like Cupcakes was trying to catch it or steer it to the side. So like I'm not gonna fault that. Um, Backwards is no like Tiesto. So Tiesto's in chat. We're like arguing on your challenge on like reaction time basically. Like that's the margins we're operating in, and just like based on when you went, you were just basically going from a dead stop. That's funny is that you're kind of basically there. So had you had the height, like that's almost a case of like you actually like did all the correct things. It's just the sequencing was a little rough. Um, yeah, maybe. Like maybe for Tiesto, it's just make that challenge, immediately rather than trying to set it up. But like I get the hesitation type thing. Unlike Cupcakes, like this is just this is Diamond Life, you know. So like I don't know what else Cupcakes could have done better, here. That's actually a really smart heads up face off play. Let's just watch that again. So let's get stopped. Nice soft touch from Papatiki there back to Serenity. That's going to be tough to score at this level. Again, I don't know what I can offer to like do that other than not hit it as high. But that's just going to be tough. I had a feeling of MGL thought people were coming. But there were also two of them there. It's a good challenge. It's a good challenge by Tiesto. That's weird. I just want to see that again. Okay. So Cupcakes is playing on the east, out east. So there could be a host of things going on there. Ooh, that's close. Okay. Yeah. Nah, I don't have any suggestions here. This is a really good attempt. Yeah. Well, since we're here. Yeah, see this is like what I would have done. I would have probably tried to jump into that to try and keep the ball down. The problem is like probably my attempt would have put the ball on the ground. So like in this case it's fine what Tiesto did. Oh, and sneaks it by. Okay. Okay, so alright, so what could have Serenity have done better here? Serenity goes up on the wall. Probably just mistimes the flip into it. Like all this is good. Yeah, just kind of hits it with the top of the hood. So it just kind of floats down. So I made a comment in game about Tiki, Papa Tiki here. So like I don't think all this is bad. So Papa Tiki here is waiting for the hit. Um, uh, so how can we improve on this? So now that I see this, I commented that it's not horrible positioning, but there's room for improvement. So one, Papa Tiki is just too far out, which is again in part why this kind of sneaks in close side. Like this is gonna come in hard. So this is like, okay, you either need to be back to cover the high or up front. And yeah, so really, Papa Tiki needs to be more like, not necessarily in the net because you need to cover everything. Um, but like the car kind of needs to be angled like parallel with you know the 6 yard box striping, the black striping there. Um, kind of need to be on the goal line and kind of just a little bit more to the post. So, and I'm defaulting more to the post and covering the inside just because that ball's going to come more near side than far side. Because if it's on the ground far side, you still have a chance at it. If it's high, you know, it's kind of like congratulations. But like, this angle would be fine if that ball's kind of coming in from like the boost or something like that. And it sort of does, but it's like the way this is playing out, like Papa Tiki just needs to be more to the right and kind of and also the car angle shifts with the positioning. Um, and Tiesto just gets a really good shot there, and Papa Tiki doesn't have a chance. It's a good try by Morty. Just slightly off, but that happens. Okay, so I saw this in game 2. There's Spiel. Okay, so I call this the Blue Angels formation because here's the entire blue team. They're all next to each other, and this is really heads up by Cupcakes. Like, yeah, yeah, it's the Flying V. So, so this is heads up by Cupcakes. Cupcakes has free attack here. Um, and like Morty's off on the left, probably grabbing boost, and like Tiesto's there. So this is an attack of opportunity because all three MGL players are grouped right there. Um, this is still completely fine. Um, what I would have done here, what I'm suggesting for Cupcakes. Again, this is kind of like figuring out what the mass is going to do. Is actually attack Serenity, and actually attack Serenity from the right. This still is not a bad play because it's still disrupting blue. Um, there's plenty of time to adjust. We'll view this in real speed. This is still very heads up by Cupcakes. Yeah, I would have tried to steer right and just like try and take out as many as I can. Because that ball would have just rolled to Tiesto. Again, still a heads up play, still smart play by Cupcakes. Um, like the end result isn't what TBT wants, but I mean it's still very very smart. It's kind of like it's basically Cupcakes was marking three of the entire blue team. If you think about man to man coverage or something like that. So it's just like a really really smart play there. Um, Even again, if the results aren't even close to like what you want them to be. That also looked a lot. That looks a lot worse through the replay than when I initially called it, and for good reason. Okay, so this goes in through the corner. This is Tiesto's last hit. So this is just a fine hit into the corner. Morty turns on it. Okay. Okay. So what can Papa Tiki do here? Ah. Okay, so there's a lot to glean here. Okay, so this is a clear from aspect. Okay, so Serenity gets beat to the ball after grabbing boost. Yeah, and Tiesto's called it. I just wanted to see what the other team was doing. So this is the hallmark of near post rotation, and it also kind of bites Papa Tiki in the butt here. Um, Papa Tiki is not taking off from a flat surface. Um, So ends up boosting out, has like everything right, but because they boosted from the lip instead of the flat surface, their jump takes them out, as you can see, and right in the trajectory of the ball. And it's a heck of a redirect. Unfortunately, it's in your own net. And you're gonna again. Don't mean to dunk on plats and diamonds here, but this is like the problem with through the ball rotations. I don't know if Papatiki could have actually rotated any better, other than not end up on the lip. But like, you know, the far post rotation gives you just so much more options. Um, and it's funny that we're picking on Papatiki here when he was lined up correctly on the first goal. If not necessarily in the right position, but as a result of a semi far post rotation. And here Papatiki's not lined up. Um, might have just done everything like 95% correctly. Just need to get off the lip. So yeah. That's a good center. So that's just a bad clear, isn't it? Woof. Okay, so what could Papa Tiki done better here? This is good, good, good. Probably just attack this from the wrong angle. Yeah, just sort of attack this maybe again experience. This will get better as you gain more time under your belt. But this is just watching this in real time. This has a feel of like, yeah, okay. So this is just sort of like just a misread. Um, Again, this is the whole brain body responding to something. Like if they had responded where they thought the ball was coming, or where the ball came out, or where they thought they came out, like this ball would just bounce out through the corner. But instead, like Papatiki's not in position. Definitely he's going to try and make a touch there because that ball goes through clean. And unfortunately, the touch just comes straight out rather than off the corner. It's in the back of the net. So TBT win that 3-2. There'll be more of that. That's a really good hit by Serenity. Morty just wins on the challenge. Okay, so I I forgot, man. It's amazing how long ago that was. Okay. Okay, so I called on the broadcast. Papa Tiki kind of played this like how I would play it, um, which is smart. This is really, really smart. Papa Tiki's not going to try and hit this ball backwards. This is great recognition. Um, I would have made this assumption, and again, this is also probably the difference in ranks. There normally should be someone back who should get this ball. Um, so this leads me to believe that there was a little communication lag because MGL was on console. I don't know which one. So they're either using phones, which is horrible, or they're using, the onboard party system. So I have a feeling that Papatiki might have been called off. Regardless, it was still smart for Papatiki to not uh, chase down that ball. It's just because just did not have a good hit on that. Like what could you do? Pound in the corner? Like Cupcakes could be there for an interception. So this is like really smart, and all. Yeah, so we can. Yeah, Serenity's going out for an outlet. I don't necessarily think that's correct here. Just because you can see that you don't have your third anywhere again, even if comms is happening. Um, so yeah. Yeah, so aspect went for boost, gets the clear, that sort of thing. So again, I just want to point out just like that was really smart by Papatiki to not go after that ball. Too often, even at Champ 3, the player on the back plays the ball. And it's like, what are you trying to accomplish with that? That's a little unfortunate for MGL because they had a free reign on that ball. This is just a good outlet. Yep, that's a good outlet. Putting it near your teammate, doesn't matter what rank. Aspect goes up for it. Not the best touch. So the reason why I'm criticizing Aspect's touch here is that just this is a touch I would make. Basically puts it right at the keeper. I like the idea of bouncing it because it just messes up the keeper. Morty doesn't get a clean look at it because it bounces. Let's see if Morty could have done anything better. Okay. So this is just positioning, 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 positioning. Okay. Let's see. That ball goes out. Morty's back. Okay. Yeah, you could kind of see like the rocking back and forth little dance there. Um, I'm trying to think like what would be a good place. Okay, so like a lot of this, no problem, Tiesto. So a lot of this, like, so what is Morty actually doing right? Okay, well, like I'm watching this right now from what Morty sees. So Morty recognizes that he has no chance at this ball. So he does like stop and he recognizes it's coming and he does. Yeah, I I think he's just trying to do some guessing here. So this is like really tough to like ask. Like really, other than that, it's not like just get off the wall and just be more closer to the goal line. That's about it. Um, I mean, it's either that or go, just charge the heck out of it. Um, so really, it's just positioning. I mean, it's just kind of like It's a microcosm of like, and that's a great answer. Okay, so way to go up, way to go up. Just nice knockdown. Nice knockdown. And Tiesto just booms it over everyone. Okay. This is... So this is a communication problem. No, you're wrong on that. Okay, so this looks like Papa Tiki. Who goes on this? Okay, so Papa Tiki goes. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so here's the problem. Papa Tiki is completely priced out of boost. So how do we improve this? Papa Tiki should just go all the way back. Instead, he's cutting across the field. He has 12. And now turns upfield. Like, okay. So is Papa Tiki. What has Papa Tiki done wrong here? Okay, so just like flipped, gets that. Okay, so he's not going to get the 100. So if he's going to, he should just rotate back. Actually do a full far post rotation here. Papa Tiki does not do that. Kind of hosed on the boost. But like should have 36 because you'll grab the one on the wall, then you cut to the one by the post, and then if you go to the middle, you have 48. But 36 is more than enough to make a save. So Papa Tiki just kind of blows rotation. Really cuts really hard here. Like flips, could have grabbed the boost pad behind, and then angle still have 36. So it's just like a really bad rotation. And then this is a problem right here again. And this is no one has a chance. And we go into Papa Tiki's camera. Like he can see all his teammates. And yes, I know Aspect is cutting back, but that's like Serenity's ball. So this is boy, I'm picking on MGL a lot. But this is just like there's no chance Papa Tiki has on this ball. So you're just better off rotating back and then just getting a better line. That's all. Yeah. So you like shouldn't even go because you have to turn. Like you're so far behind Serenity. That's a problem. So let's see what Serenity does here. So this is called. So Serenity's. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is. So normally left goes. So this was called. If it wasn't, this is awful. So Serenity is completely utter aft. Okay, and that's why those pads are gone. So Serenity boosts towards the corner, that's fine. Turns up the field, fine. And he's reading the hit, figures that they should go for it, that's fine. Serenity, this is Serenity's ball, Serenity can't see any of their teammates. And peeling off is fine. Yeah. So Aspect is going to go because it didn't see Serenity at the last minute. Yeah, so this is... Wow, there are so many things wrong with this. So this all starts because the face-off, the kickoff was screwed up. Like, just full out. Um, so here's the pro tip. I don't think the pros actually do this, but because they're great at comms. But even with your team, make sure you have two bindings set. One for I got it, take the shot, whatever, and all yours. Make sure you have one for you, one for your teammate. Always use them. Use them, use them, use them. Don't count on the heuristic that left always goes. Why? Because random people are stupid. That's, you know, that's law of the masses. A group of large people are stupid. Um, and it's not to put anybody down, but if you do that, you always know. And then it also gets you looking for chat. Like you know, again with the team, we usually do it. We call it in comms. I call it in quick chat, and it's a great habit to get into. It saves you when you're solo queuing. All that just eliminates all this. And as a team, um, if you're breaking from left goes or whatever you have as your special face-off condition, communicate, communicate, communicate. Half flip Tiesto. Yeah, Tiesto just has free reign on this. That's a well placed shot. So, yeah. The half flip dig is thrown in there because you can land better, you know, use your handbrake, do all that. It's a good challenge for Morty. Yeah, Morty didn't really need to use boost here. That's what I was just looking at. Like, yeah, Morty has all the time in the world. Like, it does put it around Serenity. And I know, like, Serenity's flying in here. But Morty does have, like, the right option. Yeah. So Morty has, like, all the time and just kind of rushes it. Um, and I think that just, again, comes with time. I think Cupcakes is trying to interfere. What happened there? Okay. So Aspect is just trying to intercept it here. Is there something Aspect could have done? So this is a massive near approach rotation with the boost deal. Oh, does Papa Tiki actually get an accidental touch here? I mean, it's probably not enough to affect the ball. Okay. So what could Serenity have done here? So just don't. Yeah. So this isn't even a lesson. Don't turn off ball cam because like the turn off ball cam is actually really important. Just make sure you drive over the 100. Like, because this gets even really weird here in the back. So once again, like all three blue players are basically like Serenity is the closest to midfield, just going left to right. So like this is a really bad backup play because I think like even if that ball goes in the court, yeah, there's a lot. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. So for on Serenity's end, Serenity just misses the boost. I think you just have to drive. You have to pay attention to your boost meter, listen to the sounds, all that to make sure you get the 100. Then you can turn in. But like Serenity is playing a ball that's coming in. That this is like I comment this all the time. Like you're not going to have a really good touch on this, assuming you read it properly, which I have trouble reading properly as well. So Serenity's backing up to try and get like the front of the car on the ball, should that get by Aspect. But Aspect touches it, and the ball just squeaks out the middle. So what should Serenity have done better? Well, because you're rotating near post. Okay, so okay. Man, this is really, really messed up. Okay, so yeah, I don't. I think this is a rank issue again. See, Papatiki's just chasing that ball all the way around. I mean, it kind of starts with the misread. So Papatiki chases his ball around, goes up the wall, then sees it drop. Yeah. So what ultimately could Serenity have done better? Alright, so if you have decided that you are going for boost, you got two options. You cut to the back, make a far post rotation. Or if you're playing intercept the ball, like you don't even go for the 100. Like there's plenty of boost pads. Like you see that one in the center there on the orange side. You can make a straight line. At this speed, that's what 42, 54. You got 66. It's more than enough. Yeah. So this is just you're now priced into this. You have to get that 100. You don't get that 100. You then line up for this. This is really, really bad. I would just continue the post. Because, like, if that ball gets through, you can turn around and get to it. You'll be the first one there. Yeah, you'll be the first one there. There's, like... Yeah, this is just rough. And it's in the back of the head. The thing is, it's not always correct to do a far post rotation. But, which is like a lot of the rules. Like, you're supposed to break the rules, like, maybe 10% of the time. The problem is people follow the rules 10% of the time, especially at these levels. And I get it. Like, it's part because they don't know and all that stuff. But yeah, this is like a really good play from Serenity. This is very, 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 very good. So it basically starts in Serenity Zen. I keep doing that. Okay, so what could Cupcakes do better? This actually isn't necessarily the worst thing, because both the Cupcakes teammates are coming back. Cupcakes just probably needs to cut just a little bit to the left side. You want to force him wide. So like Cupcakes kind of makes, the usual play the ball rather than when play the ball is going to be. So this is again some next level stuff. Just always try and force them to the outside. You just have a little bit better chance. So then, what could Tiesto do better? What could Tiesto do on this shot? Okay, so Tiesto has full boost. Tiesto has all the options. Probably could have taken the quarter second to line up, even though I killed Tiesto earlier in this video for doing that. But again, that's just like figuring out what to do. Okay, so Tiesto laid off. I'm assuming Tiesto was called off. That's fine. That's completely fine. Tiesto actually probably should have just gone straight back. So like, you can kind of see he thought about it. So he sees Morty. Cupcakes probably calls him off. Just drive straight back. And yeah, let off the throttle. So it was kind of playing a hit. That's kind of really dicey in that situation. And then tries to cut off the ball, so it's just, yeah. Like, these are just kind of like, the edges of the decision that just, like, make the difference. Again, like, I kind of get what might have been called in comms and everything. So it's just, yeah. It's really tough sometimes. But it's just like, I guess in a way it's just like, if you've heard us, heard comms, it's like, man, I was playing the block or something like that. And that's just sometimes just like making the 50-50 guess and the result just turns out wrong. Um, because like, oh man, I was playing the dunk and they just didn't walk into it. So again, I can see the decision making process. Um, but yeah. So no one's there from TBT. So what happened? Okay. Um, okay, so Barry's back. Yep. By the way, that's some great tearing right there. That's some great tearing right there. Okay. So I'm not really gonna fault Morty here. Morty. So. Ah. Okay. So, what could TBT have done better here? So the reason why Morty is hesitating is look at Tiesto. Tiesto is moving forward. I can say this because mostly TBT is gonna do this, but Tiesto is high on crack. So unless Tiesto called Morty off, that like, and if you call someone off, you just have to go for it. Um, I don't know if that's the case, but Morty sees Tiesto. So what could Morty have done here? Like, this is going to be a very late challenge. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So everything that Morty does is kind of like based on Tiesto rotating back. So what should have actually happened? Tiesto should have just kept coming back, and then Morty could have been up more to challenge it. But because Tiesto turned, Morty stopped. Yeah. I mean that's really all there is to it. So like communication, communication, communication. Like we don't necessarily know what would have happened. So like either Tiesto should have gone, and then Morty keep challenging, um, or Tiesto keep going, Morty stay back, or Morty should keep going in, Tiesto should come back. And like, who knows what the eventual correct decision is there? But the indecision, this is a good answer. So Tiesto just bangs it in. Sorry, can't get up in time. So probably the best bet is just to let it hit off the wall. Yeah, there are just two people from TBT here. Yeah, that just looks like Tiesto calling off Morty. It's hard for Morty to do something there. Morty's a little aggressive, so like I'm not sure what could have, TBT could have done better there. I didn't just call her off earlier. That probably should have been a goal. Yeah, Serenity was playing like if. Yeah, Serenity kind of cut in just a little too early there. Should have actually swung out a little bit more. That's kind of dangerous. Okay. Yeah, so that double commit starts because. Alright, so. Tiesto keeps it in. Tiesto's going to knock it down. No, it's Papatiki. Okay, so Papatiki tries to clear it. It's actually not the worst because it just kind of floats up there. Okay, so what could Serenity do here? Serenity is going to cut in. Um, at this, so how do you do a far post rotation here? Um, the middle boost in the half circle, which is off screen to the left a little bit, that's what I like to use as my entry point here for far post rotation. Um, you can kind of use then the half circle as your circling point, depending on how much boost you need. That way you end up at the far post there. But like Serenity is just cutting, and takes the boost. So yeah, like you don't have a here's why you do the far post rotation. You don't have a play on the ball. And again, it goes back to like you can see your teammate. So your teammate's waiting just to see what happens, which is fine. This is good by Aspect. So Aspect breaks out. Serenity needs to be circling off to the left more. Just they need to give Aspect as much time to actually get to this if Aspect's going to make this play. Yeah, so I don't know why Aspect hesitates. Probably to line up. Yeah. Yeah. Like, maybe to line up. Maybe Morty's called going up. I don't know. Like, you can't actually see Morty. So, this is where it went all downhill. So it starts because Serenity doesn't go into the back post. Serenity's just circling in front of the net. Again, it happens a lot this rank. This is the advice to stop doing that. I don't know why Aspect hesitated on this. Because Aspect could have been up in the air even before Serenity hit, based on everything. So, like, I feel like this is a wasted opportunity. And again, it's just Aspect. I did say that in the main video that I felt that the air game for MGL was much better. They just got up quicker. They had all the air components to dominate in the air. So I don't know why Aspect isn't up for this. But regardless, like, this is just so disastrous. Now Aspect is out of position. Now Serenity is up because they have put Aspect out of position, so Serenity has no idea if Aspect can get this ball. Actually, let me see. Ah, they have 12. Okay. Something tells me that Serenity was going to hit Aspect no matter what Aspect did. That's kind of bad. Also, because of Serenity's rotation, that prevents Aspect from getting 24 boost. So this is a 12 boost save. This is actually perfectly timed. But now Serenity is up. If Serenity was on far post, Serenity could go get that ball. So now Aspect has to go chase it down. Just try and get in the way. Yep. So where's Papa Tiki come from? Yeah, see, the problem... Part of the reason why it makes it so hard is these juicy pads are in front of the net. But, like, Papa Tiki didn't even get them. So now Papa Tiki's stuck on 12. Yeah, there is... So now... Serenity backflips. So now Papa Tiki can't go for this ball. Morty. Yeah. I hate to pick on someone this much, but like, in a way, this is like super catastrophic. And it's an OT goal. We're only in game 2, by the way. Um, it's just it's all these like little small decisions that you don't think they'll end up like affecting everything, but it's like it's actually really huge. Like Serenity could have been back post, so could have had a chance at the clear off of Serenity's touch. Serenity might have had or Aspect. Aspect might have had a better touch, so Serenity could have gotten a better clear. Serenity backflips on the ball, which I understand that's just going to happen, but in a way it blocks Papatiki, and actually that ball bounces up. So like Serenity, it's just in the back of the net, like. It is what it is, though. So I've called off this a lot. All those blue tick marks should just say Aspect. That's a good defensive demo. Okay. This is good heads-up play. Sometimes you just have to do it. Even though Aspect's coming back. You just... So, this is also why this is really heads-up. So, TBT is charging. So, what could TBT do better? So, Cupcakes is probably... Cupcakes goes and chases this. Okay, yeah, they're kind of out of position as a result of just trying to get into play. Gets called off probably. Yeah, and just kind of stuck in no man's land. So from Papatiki. So this is a good rotation. This is a pretty good rotation by Aspect. Yeah. So sometimes you just do this. Like, you just put it, even though there's a teammate coming back. This is especially important when all 3 members of your opposing team are up in your zone. Aspect gets a lucky 100, but, it's not going to matter. Turns on it perfectly and just puts it in the back of the net. Sometimes you just do that. Sometimes the ball ends up rolling up the wall and in the opponent's corner. But sometimes you just have to do that and hope your teammate's paying attention. So MGL starts getting a little bit more aggressive here, so we might see him get a little bit more ball chasey. Oh, what happened here? That's actually a really good hit from Serenity. Yeah, that's a good hit. Aspect puts it away. Maybe we can see what TBT's doing. This is a really good hit. Just kind of a corner. Aspect takes a little weird angle to it because they're moving upfield. Okay. So what does Morty expect? Yeah, Morty hesitates a little bit. So there's the... Oh, I got this. Wait a minute. No, I don't. I got. No, wait, I don't. So probably it's... Morty should just wait. And then if you're going to attack, don't use your boost. That's all. But good placement by Aspect. 2-0. So Tiesto with the fake. Okay, so all right. Um. So Papi Tiki's just back. That's fine. Okay, Aspect coming out. Serenity hits. Okay. Okay, yeah. So maybe Tiki Serenity's gonna follow this. Like, okay. So I'm just trying to think what's some advice I can give here. Like, my initial thought is Papa Tiki's charging up like they're actually in the play and they're not. And I mean, I know it's kind of like this. It's like, oh, I'll just boost a little bit, but there's like no chance they have in supporting the play. So Papa Tiki might have been better off just continuing to circle back. Like, all this is good. Okay. Jumps. Just not flip. Okay. Yeah. I see now. Because we can see the double jump. I think Papa Tiki was just trying to flip into it. And didn't get the flip. So that type of stuff happens. Had their second jump, just jump straight up. So do we call that, you know, double jump of doom? It's a good play by Tiesto to look for someone to hit. Also, when you far post rotate out of the opponent's zone, like, you always want to come across the front of the net when you can. Okay, so what happened here for TBT? I don't think Morty had a chance on this, but to just circle with handbrake. And then for Tiesto, Tiesto's probably assuming Morty's going to hit this. So Morty circle, or... Yeah, I don't know what Tiesto could have done here. He has 12. Just probably just like tap the brakes a little, just to slow down a little bit, and then go from there. But, like, you know, it's a good bounce shot in, good placement. Morty probably should have just gotten out of the way rather than trying to fake. Just because Morty was in Tiesto's way. And I feel like Morty was just trying to like put it in front for Tiesto and just didn't get a good hit there. Where's the defense? Okay. So why is Morty all the way down there? What happened? Okay, so Morty's fallen. I don't. Morty's not really the problem here. Okay, so what happens? It's a Tiesto. Cupcakes. Okay, so Cupcakes is just not up in time. Right? Like, this isn't bad. Just. Yeah, like, I feel like the layoff kind of hurt Cupcakes, but, like, yeah, just kind of everything's out of weird. There's just go up and get that. So then. Tiesto. Yeah, a little mishit, but. Yeah, I just can't get down. That's in the back of the net. Okay. Need to use all aspects of your rotation, Tiesto, to land the car properly. I'm referring to this. Like, this isn't a bad hit in the air, just like, yeah. He rotates like 1.5 times, but never gets his car point forward. Okay, so what happens here? Okay, comes off Morty. That's not actually a bad demo by Cupcakes. Okay, so what does Cupcakes do here? Oh, gets hit. Okay. Cupcakes probably, yeah. Should have tried to do the side flip instead. Just because you would have ended up on the wall. Hopefully. It would have been tough, but, like, you know. And, like, Morty's rotating, right? Okay, so okay, like I don't know what more. So well, this'll probably start fight. I don't actually know what Morty was trying to do there. Um, maybe failed to flip. Like that's fine, but like I say like I want to say like do the minimal possible for the most effect. And so I'm led to believe that just I screwed up flip. Yeah, and then so he didn't need this 100. So this is why he doesn't need the 100 because you can grab that pad in front and be at 53. Um, and that's at the time that turns on it. So like I expect that like this is kind of bang bang on the thought process, but like So this is kind of like what we're looking at. So he comes in, so he doesn't know what's going on. Okay, so in slow motion, like, okay, so that's what we see at 100. So, yeah. So he's kind of already swung, and that ball's kind of coming in. Um, that's bad. Like, it's just really bad. Um, he should have gotten the boost on the first try. If not, just swing towards the net. Like, you have 50. You'll get there. Yeah, okay, so that does look like a failed flip. Lands bad, whatever. Just, you got 50. Yeah, that's, and I get it. Like, I also say, like, have faith in your teammates. But that's having your faith in your teammate, and like you don't necessarily know what happened to Cupcakes, but that's like in a way just having faith in them making a pass across the net and not going in. This isn't to disparage Cupcakes, but I mean it's like there's just, again with everything there's always nuance and everything. Cupcakes is just not in a good position at that point to make a play out, so that ball has to come around. So it's like imperative to just cover the front of the net. It's easy for Aspect to put away. Man, I want to get this done by the top of the hour. It's not happening. That probably should have been a goal, too. So I also kind of noticed that all players just kind of use the boost at the wrong time. Again, that's just getting the experience. Wait a minute, why am I doing that? I overshot. So, the one thing I will say is I haven't noticed like just like grave double commits that haven't at least resulted in a goal. So both teams did kind of play really clean. All things considered. And like we're nitpicking, as I always say, we're nitpicking a lot of things. So it's just like, what can we do to make the right decision? Yeah. So how can we help Cupcakes here? So this is a so Cupcakes is playing like Serenity's not gonna get another hit, which is fair for this level. The problem is like Serenity, even if it's not like a world beater, there it does get a second touch, and it just messes up Cupcakes. So it's like it's weird in that regard. It's that ooh. It's weird that you like make the right decision in a way. Um, yeah, so Cupcakes is way too far out of net. Again, in part, so 45 is all Cupcakes needs. And maybe I would probably go for this boost here, but I feel a little bit more confident in my abilities. Um, but yeah, like Cupcakes is way out of net, and this is just a reaction save. Um, that was a flip, wasn't it? Okay, that was as disastrous as it could have been, but those are the ones that usually end up in the back of your own net. It's still a good save. You just need to be careful with those, that's all. So I did not see Papa Tiki here on the broadcast, so I just am curious as to what Papa Tiki is doing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's just perfect patience. Yep, comes down, reads it, gets. Yeah, that's just great. That's actually really, really good. That shot was never going in. So could Tiesto have put this away? Probably. Um, so the advice I would give Tiesto on this. So that ball's just going in the corner. Tiesto should be trying to get to the side as much, but playing like that ball going in. Again, if it doesn't, like, whatever. But I would expect more than likely it's going to come out in some sort of way because it's going to hit the corner. Like this, it's the kind of the upper part of the lip, so it comes straight out. So Tiesto's not necessarily in the best of position here, but still has a perfect attack in the ball. I wouldn't even try and do the twirly bird here. I would just be trying to make contact. Yeah, I would just be trying to place the ball with a non-rotating car. That's just my preference, though. Um, but you've kind of already committed to it. It just gives you, from my standpoint, it just gives you a little bit more control. Like if you're on, you can tap it down beneath Serenity. So. Okay. So Cupcakes should not be chasing this ball. So Morty's rotating out. This is another wonderful stop frame. This is Tiesto's ball. Yeah, like. So the reason why this is not Cupcake's ball is Cupcakes has no chance in hell of scoring it. And it's like, well, I'm the nearest to the ball. It's like, that doesn't matter. Tiesto pretty much has full boost. Tiesto has a better line on this, so like at this point, like Tiesto just has a better line in this ball. Again, like I sort of understand, like at Diamond, it's just like, well, I'm fresh in that and all this, but it's just like that ball isn't going anywhere based, like, yeah, that ball's not going anywhere based on your flip. And again, I understand the idea. You're going to try and turn it in. Then maybe Tiesto can get it, but like, so what can Cupcakes do in this? Cupcakes is okay. So, assuming perfect comes, Morty's going back, right? So Morty's okay. So Morty's on the right. Morty's getting boost. Cupcakes just needs to come out. Cupcakes just needs to do not follow this ball. Come out here on the right side. Morty needs to rotate around and back up Tiesto. Probably move to the middle, but like there. But Morty's probably rotating the way he is because Cupcakes is still in the play. So Morty's doing the smart thing and covering for the team. The problem is like Tiesto just doesn't get a touch on this ball. Tiesto can't play this ball because teammate is gone for it. So it's like, what are you supposed to do? It freezes Tiesto. So Cupcakes just misses the touch here. That'd been a great pop. Tiesto does finish it off. It's okay. So this, again, should have been in the back of the net. So what can Tiesto do better? So Tiesto's boosting the ball. Has a lot of speed at this point. Yeah, like, it's probably the initial boost in. Like, really, you need to either be up so you can just, like, knock it down. Um, but, like, kind of how this plays out, like, Tiesto has all the time in the world. Like, Tiesto has all the time in the world. All the time in the world. All the time in the world. So it's like, you know, the best thing that could have been done is just fly up for it and then just hit it straight in the top shelf, you know, that top left-hand corner. Instead, doesn't get the touch. Cupcakes tries to block. This is a great play by Morty to intercept. Because Sereni could have easily steered that in or popped it up. So what happened defensively here? Tiesto just bangs in through the corner. That's right, he doesn't take a good line. That's part of it. Okay, well, like, it's a bad touch from Aspect, but they're just trying to slow it down and just, you know, get around Tiesto. Tiesto makes a good read. So what happens? Okay, so Papa Tiki's respawning. That explains stutter step. Okay, so the advice off the spawn here, which is kind of hard to do because the first thing you do is always drive out, is he kind of starts driving in line with the boost. Um, if you get that, just make sure you circle back around the goal line. Also, TBT started doing more demos. Um, just because of how how fast and aggressive MGL played. So just to throw off their rotations. Like that's actually like some people who cry is like, oh, that's a terrible demo. That's just an offensive demo, just through rotation. I mean, the player is in a bad spot, but like it throws off the defense. Cerny kind of gets away with one there on the mistouch. Okay, so they've kind of grouped up a couple times. Yeah, like Aspect should just stay on the left side. Because, like, this is a case where there's just not much value added. And I know that Aspect is, at this point, kind of still high from Game 3 and all that. And, playing pretty well. But, like, the problem with this is that, like, obviously from the result of play, Serenity still thinks they have it. So, like, Aspect being here just now suddenly they don't have any options. So, and like, similar to the way Serenity messed up the end of Game 2, Aspect really messes up this chance because now, like, Serenity's now priced into having to make a shot somewhere. And doesn't even get that. So that's just really, really bad. Guess I was going for the read block there. Didn't get it, but still, that's fine. Yeah, Cupcake should just tried approaching at just kind of still from the left. Like, this is fine. Probably didn't need to boost because you want to time anything, but like if you can get a pop, like so it rolls up and over and comes back down in front of the net, in front of the goal mouth, like that's perfectly fine too. Instead, like the defender misses, and he turns in and he just like hits the ball out. TBT's keeping up the pressure. So what happened here after the clear? Okay, so Tiesto goes for Bruce, that's fine, just gets beat. Okay. So what happens to Morty? Morty makes the challenge, Morty's empty, goes for Boost. Okay. So what does Cupcakes do? Cupcakes is also going for Boost. Cupcakes grabs the mid, turns upfield. Okay. So you remember a long time ago when I said it's great that Cupcakes challenged? Because there's 3 people there? Well, this is a little different. Cupcakes is on the far side of the field. Like, there's just no chance at this ball. So Cupcakes should just kept going to the back, far post. Like TBT has no chance on that. Could Morty have gotten there? I don't think so. Morty goes for Bruce, turns. Yeah, Morty doesn't have a chance on this. Cupcakes really doesn't either, but like what Cupcakes had done was just continue going back far post. Like, not going to middle net, but go far post. Like, you have full boost, and if you're not using it, just head for far post. Again, circle in by that boost off to the far post. You know, facing. We're now looking at the right. So just yeah, because this is a negative 50% chance of you getting the ball. It's actually a negative 100% chance because you hit the ball's in the back of the net. So it's just like, I get it. Again, and I get it with TBT's playstyle, but if they miss, so what? Like Tiesto's there, even with no boost. Right? And you're up 2. So, again, they said about putting the pedal to the metal. And I agree with that for most because it's a play style, but this is just like taking the time out to actually not do the pedal to the metal because there's no chance that the attacking the ball in this manner will get you any sort of result positive for you. So yeah. So the lesson here is just go to the back post. Because Cupcakes might have had a chance to actually save that. Again, this is a case of we could see that there's no other goal scored. But, like, as a result of this, MGL has life. They have a chance. I felt that MGL had to send players forward. So what could have been done better there? Just send it up around the wall. It just gives your team the best chance. Instead comes, because it's a pass in, it bounces off the corner wall and, falls down. So we can see that TBT wins this. So this is, again, kind of like the same thing. There's 2 people here dancing around the ball. Like, that's Tiesto down. Morty should just attack this. Morty does. Gets a hard hit, but like, that's the right play by Morty. Cupcakes hesitated. That's just diamond play, I probably would have made a bad launch. Because I was actually on the lip. So it's kind of like in a way Cupcakes are just actually made the smart play and tried to just stay down and readjust. Yeah, Aspect has to make that play. Ball goes into the corner. Morty pounds it. Serenity have done something differently? I think this is so. The reason why I think this is not optimal from Serenity is like, yeah, both of your team. The way that ball ended, like both of your team. This is a go for boost desperation, but both your teammates are not in position to attack this ball. Like Papatiki's doing some weird attack, which carries a result. So let's see here. Sure. Okay. So Aspect should not have touched that ball. Just got back. Like that's a panic hit. Should have just gone straight back to net. Let Papachiki challenge it. Whatever, and just see what happens. Because this is really bad. I mean, it's not the best hit from Tiesto. I'll say that. You gave him a chance to save. Probably should have just redirected to the left. But it's whatever, right? It's in the back of the net. Yeah, see, like, this should have been a goal. So could Morty have just done something differently after hitting that? Just carried a lot of speed, and then Cupcakes. Cupcakes tried to like. It looks like tried to place it on the right side, which isn't the worst idea. Just didn't get the touch, so it's fine. Okay, so what happened here? Is this not cleared out? Okay, so Serenity. Okay, so let's go to Morty. Morty misses the touch. So Cupcakes. Okay, so Cupcakes probably charged just a tad bit too late on that. Um, yeah, that's fine. Just ended up being on the wrong side of the ball so they couldn't get a block when they flipped. It's fine. So that third TBT goal I'm interested in. Because there's a bad face-off. I'm just curious if a flip didn't take place or something. I think that's the third goal. I mean, based on how tight it is. So, Cupcake should just pump the brakes here. Just pump the brakes. Yeah, because the reason why is like he's not even lined up. So, like if on a miss, so that's why. It's either that or go challenge it. This is just kind of like the no man's land challenge. Wow, so I cannot get aspect on that. Alright. Player view. So Morty brings it out, just pops around aspect. The aspect was really aggressive on that. Probably didn't need to be. Oh, wow. Okay. So Papa Tiki never flipped on this? Like, there's no indication? So, like, so for face-off lineup, so for face-off, like, Papa Tiki's just trying to win it back, right? Like, aspect is actually kind of there. Yeah, like, that's... So this is nothing aspect did wrong. So like the only way aspect just basically gets colossally screwed on that is if there's a just horrendous face-off touch. That is what we call horrendous face-off touch. There's no one there. Like, yeah, like that's really backbreaking. Um, in this situation, because there's no touch basically, and I'm trying to be fair on this, but like Poppy Tiggy just basically acts as like a funnel on this. It just funnels it towards the net. There's no flip. So what the flip does is just provide power, momentum, direction to the ball. Instead, he's just drives right past it. We can see it. We can see it from Tiesto's view. Tiesto doesn't do much better, but um, yeah, but makes the correct hit. That would have been a stop. Like if they had done correctly, it probably would have been a stop. It probably would have leaked back to aspect. So yeah, that could have been really dangerous. Instead, that is just really, really backbreaking for MGL. But 2 goals isn't that bad. Okay, so what happens here? Okay. Okay, so aspect goes back. Yeah. I think tries to scoop it up the wall. Okay, so what's Papa Tiki doing? Ah, okay. So Papa Tiki just gets the unfortunate bad hit, which starts this whole mess. Okay, so what can Sereni do here? Sereni grabs the boost. Is going to... okay. Okay, so this is a near post rotation. So this is going to be a near post rotation. So the key here is Sereni just cannot interfere with the play. Well, Sereni still has 2 choices. Sereni can cut to the far post or just do a near post rotation. They're going to choose to do near post rotation. So the object here is to not get in the way. This tells me that they're going to try and play the ball ? Which is really, really bad. Sereni should just now be on the left. So he just now needs to be on the left. So now they finally make their cut. Okay. So now they they turn to try and play the ball, and then realize, oh wait a minute, I can't get that ball. So the best chance for MGL to actually do something with this is just prepare for an incoming. Because Papatiki's upfield because of the missed touch, just because of how they kind of flew off the wall. That's fine. Serenity just needs to go back, just kind of position in net. So they're actually kind of making a middle of the net rotation actually here because of this. Like, goes back. Yeah, like was trying to get the boost. Like you don't need boost. You just need to be in position. So it's almost like you need to shadow. It's like you're trying to play. Oh, I can't play that. Oh, I need to be lined up with Tiesto. Tiesto gets some help from the post, but like Serenity had no chance on this based on the line. So it's like, all right. So why do you? So based on all this, at some point Serenity should have just tried to line up and just kind of shadow, and then make a decision. You would be backwards. Saving backwards is tough. But like that would give Serenity the best chance to make a save here. Yeah. 77 is more than enough to get up. It's like 36 is more than enough to get up to the top of the net. So that puts MGL in a 3-goal hole with 2 to go. Yeah, okay. So I want to call this off or call this out because I mean this says a lot. Yeah, this says everything. This is over. This game's over. So, why am I saying this game's over? Well, the reason why this game's over is they are down by 3. They need to win. MGL needs to win out. And I know that they've gotten scored 3 times in like 30 seconds. And 2 of them are some pretty back-breaking goals. But like, this is now putting in position to see. Like, Aspect isn't really doing anything back here. But Aspect can be up more. And like you have 100 boost, so it's not like you even need that pad. It's just this. Yeah, you need to be moving up. So this also says that like confidence is shot for the MGL all around. Like this game is now a formality. Sort of like this video. So we're just gonna play it up. But that's really, I saw that and I was like, why is Aspect really back? Like, you need to be at the half line. And it's just like, there's no morale at this point for MGL. Like, we're all going through the motions. And I was also wondering, is TBT going to lay off? And now that I have time to review everything and see everything, like, there's no reason to. Like, your opponents aren't going to score. Yep. That's a good play right there. We'll review that one. So Morty sends it down. Tiesto just happens to be down there. Why is Tiesto down there? Tiesto's just trying to come back. No, Tiesto is making a weird... What is... Okay. Okay. Well, Serenity's up in desperation mode. So Tiesto's just down there. Gets a freebie. See, that's nice. So Tiesto now is on the other side of the ball. Can steer it in. If Tiesto doesn't put it in the net, it comes out. Morty gets the rebound and puts it away. That's kind of like the opposite that happened on that breakaway chance that MGL had. Is that Tiesto just kind of set himself up there. Like there was a very very small chance MGL could come back, but like at this point it's just we're done. So all is left is the result of the game of Game 5. Yeah, so here's a double commit. That's fine by Cupcakes. There's an open net for Tiesto. It just bounces in 6-1. Okay, so can I do something? No, it won't show up. Okay, well, whatever. So the takeaways here. So the big thing is those 3 goals. That just broke MGL. It just broke MGL. Um, Other than that, like basically, there weren't any like. There were very few like just in the middle of play mistakes. Most of the mistakes happened resulted in net or ball in the back of the net, resulting in goals. So, like that's what we can glean from this. And I mean, like when you really look at everything, like close game, close game, close game. Like MGL ran away with it. So like MGL was in all these games. Um, they scored first in these first 3 games. So it's just like they had everything. They had everything there. Um, again, I'm not privy to comms. I don't have any information on them, so I don't know like what in-game adjustments MGL did, like TBT going into Game 4 after Game 3 slacking. They said that they went to go for more hits, went to go for more demos to disrupt them. Kind of worked. And then we just it's just this. It's those 3 goals. It's those. Do I have something? Yeah, let's see. It's these 3 goals here on that white line. So yeah, that's really the difference here. That's what won the game. Um, Based on what I saw from there on, it just MGL just they look deflated. That's a rough situation to be in. Um, so yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to pick this series back up. We will see. It depends on who will allow me to yell at them. I might do this for our Grand Champ team, the Golds, Reds, Fennec Mains. We don't know what our team name is, but we'll see. That might be a weekend project because I really want to play Rocket League in games. But yeah. So that will at least go ahead and conclude TBT season. Congratulations to them for winning the championship. And to all those watching live or on the VOD, thank you very much. And we'll see you around next time.